Hello, hello, hello. I'm excited to be back here. Oops, and I lost the picture. Give me a. Oh, it's all good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Love and Lights. Welcome all. Black Light Series. First meditation of the series. Thank you for joining me. And might I suggest, if there's someone you know who may be in need of some affirmation of who they actually are, share this meditation. It won't be up very long, but share. And if you share, that person either subscribes. No, that person subscribes. Let me know, send me an email, and I will give you a complimentary 20-minute intuitive psychic session. I'm fishing. I'm a fisher of men and women and everybody else. I'm a fisher of folks. Yes. So, welcome. If you were here with me this afternoon, um, I covered a lot. And if you are here, I would love your participation. I'm not sophisticated enough to manage the chat or comments and the video at the same time. I don't think I'm supposed to in this walk. But I want to start with a real question. Sitting in the first session today at 2:30, and you can go back and watch it. It's linked in the description for this meditation. How did that session land for you? All right, not how it went, but how did it land in your body, in your spirit, in your actual life when you closed the stream, perhaps? And if you went back to it, because, like I said, we covered some serious ground, okay? We named like not everything, but we did move across 400 years of a project designed to make you doubt yourself at the core. We look directly at what is happening right now in this political moment, my friends, and then we turn toward what your biology is, toward what the ancient traditions already knew, these ancient spiritual traditions that emerged at the beginning of civilization and helped build this world and all that we know in it. And so, listen, this whole thing is a work of melanin metaphysics. So if something landed, drop a word in the chat or in the comments later, just one about where you landed in today's session at 2:30. One is enough. Okay? As you see, I'm doing my portrait and the landscape presentations for anyone who's looking on their phone. This is essential. As I said, I'm a fisher of folks. And some people may just have their phone as their source to reach social media. So thank you for dropping your one word in the comments or in the chat. I really appreciate you. What we do in this space tonight is different from what we did this afternoon, though. This afternoon was information, it was commentary, understanding, context of the black light. We are building the case, naming what was done to you, naming what it produced, and naming what was always underneath that. Tonight, we move from knowing into the feeling. That's important in the power of release. From the head into the body, because everything we discussed this afternoon lives in the mind and the brain until you have an experience that makes it real somewhere deeper. And that is what tonight is for. So if you're joining us for the first time right now, as I said, welcome, welcome all, my friends. You do not need to have seen this afternoon session to be here right now. Your body knows what to do if you allow it. All you need is a willingness to sit in the dark with yourself for about 20 minutes and let something that has been held begin to move. So, before we go into the practice, I want to tell you what we're doing and why. Because when you understand the mechanics of something, you can trust it enough to surrender to it. Radical transparency. Most of us were never taught to be in the dark intentionally. We have been in the dark involuntarily, in grief and fear, in waiting rooms of every kind. But the practice we're building together, what I call the dark awake routine, is something fundamentally different. It's a choice, a deliberate turning toward darkness, not as something to endure, but as a space to inhabit, a space to be without performing, without producing, without managing how you appear to anyone, including yourself. And here's why that matters specifically in this room, with this community that we're building. The nervous system of a person who has navigated racial stress, and that is every person in this space, is a nervous system that has learned to be hyper vigilant, always on, to scan the room before settling into it, to read environments for threat before reading them for possibility, to collaborate continuously how much of yourself it is safe to be in any given environment. As we talk this afternoon, this is not a weakness. It is not anxiety in the clinical sense, the kind that resolves with a breathing technique. Mm-mm. It is a survival adaptation, refined across generations, that was appropriate to the threat it was designed for. But survival adaptations, they come at a real cost. The nervous system doesn't know when to stop scanning, when it was never told the threat is over. And so we carry a level of vigilance, even in spaces that are genuinely safe. A slight hovering above the surface of our own lives, because full presence was never fully without risk. What we are practicing tonight is full presence in the dark before the world makes its demands. And the darkness matters for a specific reason. When we dim the lights or close our eyes, the visual cortex begins to quiet. The part of your brain most engaged in environmental scanning, the part that's always checking exits, reading faces, assessing context, it softens. And attention begins to turn inward, not into thought, into sensation, into the body itself. For people who have primarily lived on the surface in a performance layer, this can feel strange at first. You may feel restless. You may feel your mind racing. You may feel nothing at all and wonder if you're doing it wrong. My friend, there is no wrong. There is only what is actually here when you stop moving away from it. This practice has 5 movements. I'll name them now so you know what's coming. First, settling. We get the body positioned and the breath regulated. Second, the body scan. We move through the body slowly, releasing what is being held. Third, the release layer. We address the specific tension that comes from carrying the not enough wound. Somatically, not conceptually. We breathe through it, not around it. And fourth, the reception. When we stop releasing and simply receive, we unfold into the fullness of who we actually are. And let that be enough. And fifth, the refrain, the declaration. We close with spoken truth that the body, not only the mind, can hear. A few practical things before we begin. You will not see me, you will hear me. The background I'm playing now is the meditative background that I will utilize. Additionally, thoughts may come in, your thoughts may race, you can't stop thinking. And for those beginning in meditation, that's hard to do. So I draw on a mentor's practice. Let the thoughts come. Just don't grab one and hold it and get into full contemplation mode. You submerge yourself below your thoughts. They're like the top of the ocean. They're going to do what they do. But you don't have to swim up and start fishing for them and grabbing them. No. Submerge, let them race. If you grab one and start thinking about what you'll cook for dinner, realize you grabbed it and let it go. You may have to do that several times throughout a meditation, and that's fine. That's the only way to grow the meditative muscle. And after a while, you can stop your thoughts with practice. You can dim your lights or turn them off. It'd be nice if you can do it now. If you are somewhere that won't allow it, close your eyes and let your eyelids be your darkness. You have to be in dark. You can also focus on the moving blackness I will show on the screen. All of this, the darkness in every way that I've just spoken of, is melanin. That is it. The melanin in the dark awake, you submerge within. If possible, sit upright, spine tall, feet on the floor, hands resting on your thighs or on your lap, not rigid, just there. You can also lay down. I'm fine with that. It's fine. Whatever meditative position feels good for you in this moment. If emotions arise during the practice, you do not have to manage them. You do not have to perform okayness for the camera or for anyone watching. This is a live space, which means you are being witnessed. You have permission to be witnessed as you actually are. And if you fall asleep, and Lord knows I've fallen asleep many a time in meditation mode, that is not a failure. Okay, your body knows what it needs. Let it take what it came for. Okay, so are you ready? Let's go. Oop. Give me a second here. I just had this down pat, and now, oh, here we go. Okay, you all should hear me now. I'm not going anywhere. I will be here with you in this safe space through the entire time. So begin by closing your eyes. Or, as I mentioned, you can leave them open if you're in a darkened space and focus your awareness on the screen. Let everything that happened today, this afternoon, this week, this season, let it be somewhere else right now. Not gone, just set down. You can pick it back up when we're done, if you'd like. For these 20 minutes, though, you do not have to carry it. Take a slow breath through your nose. It's going to be a 4 count in through your nose. We're going to hold it at the top, if you can, for 2 counts. And then you're going to release it through your mouth for 4. And then you're going to hold your breath as it's all exhaled out for 2. And then we're going to repeat, no breaths in between. Inhale for 4 through your nose, hold for 2, exhale for 4, hold your breath at the bottom for 2. Okay, we're going to do that 3 times. All right, so take 1 slow breath. Oh, one more thing. And when you exhale through your mouth, let it be audible if it wants to. Mine's always wants to be audible. So you will hear me. Take a slow breath in your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. Shh. 2, 3, 4. Hold. Inhale one more time. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. Shh. Hold. 1, 2. Inhale again. Breathe normally. As you're breathing normally, let things drop. Let your shoulders drop wherever they want to go. Let your jaw become loose. Let your face soften with your normal breath. You don't have to look a certain way right now. You don't have to hold anything up. If you want to breathe again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, do so. And on that exhale, let everything drop again. Let's do one more. Inhale. No hold. Exhale. Let it drop. Good. For those of you who are sitting, feel the weight of your body. Feel where it presses against the chair. For those of you who are laying, do the same thing. Feel the weight of your body. Feel it press against whatever surface you're laying on, the cushion, the floor. Feel the pull of gravity, that constant, reliable force that has been holding you to this moment in your life, whether you acknowledged it or not. The earth has not let go of you, my friend. Feel the temperature of the air on your skin. Don't build a story around it. Just the sensation, cool or warm, still or moving. Just that. Now still breathing naturally now, bring your attention to the top of your head. Just place your awareness there, your crown chakra. Not the scalp, the crown, top. Notice if there's any tension, any holding in this crown that is your connection to all that is, your high mind, the cosmos, everything that is and will ever be. If there's any tension or any holding, you don't have to do anything. Just notice what is there. Now bring your attention to your forehead, the space between your eyebrows. Space where some say the pineal gland exists just a few centimeters above between your eyebrows. That entire space there. This is where we furrow when we're trying to figure out how to survive something. Just let all of that soften. No tension. Your eyes behind the eyelids, let them be still with a focused awareness if your eyes are closed on the darkness behind your eyelids. Let your eyes stop looking for anything in this moment. Just focus on the melanated hues behind your eyelids. Bring your attention to your jaw. This is where many of us hold the things we were never allowed to say, the words that stayed in, the responses we swallowed in rooms where speaking them did not feel safe. Unclench the back teeth gently. Let the jaw be loose. You can move it around. Let it rest. Release the jaw. Let the jaw be loose. Let it rest. Bring your attention to your throat chakra. The voice that learned to modulate itself. The voice that learned to code switch. To soften. To make itself acceptable to rooms that were not built to receive it fully. Notice if there's any constriction there, any tightness. Just breathe into it. You don't have to release it by force. Breath is enough. Your neck and shoulders. Lift your shoulders toward your ears and hold and let them fall all the way down, further than you thought they could go. Let's do it again. Lift your shoulders up to your ears. Hold and let them drop all the way down. Further than you ever imagined they could go, my friend. Your chest, the sternum, right above your pec, your breast area, the sternum, the breastbone at the center of your chest. Place one hand there if you'd like. It doesn't matter right or left. Feel the warmth of your own hand against your own heart, your heart chakra. This is the place where longing lives. The longing to be seen as you actually are, not as the productivity you can offer, not as a threat someone decided you were, not as the translated, managed, palatable version of yourself, but as you actually are. Breathe into your chest. Feel your rib cage expand, front, sides, and back, because you are making room. And if you haven't, you can remove, if you'd like, your hand from your chest. Let's breathe again into your chest, feeling the rib cage expand in the front, sides, and back. That means a full breath, because you are making room. Turn your attention to your belly, the gut, which has more nerve endings than your brain. This is where the low grade watchfulness tends to live. The chronic vigilance that has never been given permission to fully rest. Let your belly be soft. Let it be round. You don't have to hold it in, my friend. Not at all. Not right now. Nobody needs anything from you in this moment. Relax your belly, relax your gut, and just breathe naturally. Now your hands, open them. Let your palms turn upward on your thighs if they're there, on the arm of the chair if they're there. If you're laying down on whatever surface they're on, open your hands into receive modality. Turn your palms upward, and open hand. This is the posture of receiving. You may even feel tingling in your hand, in your fingers. Let them tingle, not grasping, not holding on, not protecting against what might come. Open to receive. You can relax your hands. I want to speak directly to what your body has been carrying. Not the ideas about it, not the analysis, the actual weight in your muscles, in your chest, in the tightness you hold somewhere you may not even have noticed until just now. The accumulated weight of every moment you walked into a room and became aware of your skin before you became aware of your purpose. Every moment someone looked at you in a way that looked through you, looked at you in the wrong way, or asked you to prove what should never have required proof. Every moment you turn the world's diminishment of you inward and found a part of yourself that quietly agreed. That is the weight. That weight is real. We are not pretending it isn't there. We are embracing that weight for the moment. But it is not the truth of who and what you are. It is what accumulated in the body of someone who was carrying more than any person should have to carry. And today, not forever, not completely, but in this moment, we are going to breathe some of it out. Breathe in slowly, all the way in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the exhale, let one piece of it go. You don't have to name it. You don't have to understand it. Just breathe it out. Return it to wherever false things go when they're finally released. Let's breathe in slowly again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Let it go. Again, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And out long, further than the last one. Push it out. One more time, this breath. Breathe it into wherever you feel the most weight right now, into a specific place in your body that has been holding the most. One more time. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. And release all the way out. Let it be audible. Let it be real. Good. We have been releasing. Now we receive. Breathe naturally. Releasing creates space, but space is not the destination. Space is the condition for what comes next. In this quiet, in this dark, in the warmth of your own body, simply sitting with itself, not performing, not producing, not managing. I want you to notice something. Notice what you have here. not here despite what was done to our people, your people, not here despite the political moment, not here despite what was said to you in the rooms that tried to convince you that your presence was an imposition. But here, fully breathing, alive. That is not ordinary. That is the result of an unbroken line of people who survived what was designed to destroy them, who carry their full humanity across centuries of unimaginable pressure and passed it forward until it arrived in you. You are the thing that made it through. Keep breathing, sitting in that space of your resilience. Your capacity to keep going when most cannot. In this stillness, in the melanin metaphysics framework that grounds the series, we understand your body is an instrument, not a target, an instrument built to receive as well as to give, to feel as well as to protect, to expand as well as to what I call thrive. Let that be less of a concept right now and more of a sensation in the darkness behind your eyes, in the darkness in the screen. Embrace the melanin. Embrace what is you. You are the cosmos. You are collective consciousness. You are the semiconductor, the transconductor of the cosmic entanglement that we all exist within. Notice the aliveness in your body, the breath moving, the heartbeat, if you can feel it, the subtle warmness on your skin. Just notice what is actually here when you stop trying to be somewhere else and submerge yourself in your melanin. Sit. Embrace your melanin. Feel whatever sensations are coming. You were made for a profound purpose. A purpose that they have tried to bury, denigrate, destroy for hundreds of years across the globe. Your melanin is profound. And because your melanin is profound, you are profound. I want to offer you something that this series is building toward. Not a belief to adopt, a question to sit inside. What if the truest thing about you is not the generational wound or the wound that we have from spaces that don't want us now? What if the truest thing about you is not the wounds? What if the truest thing about you has been underneath the wound the entire time? Intact, unhurt, undiminished, waiting for a quiet long enough to be heard. Continue to breathe naturally, embracing your melanin. Just breathe, embrace, and listen. The Kemetic tradition and the spirituality of Nubia, ancient African civilizations. That's what we've been drawing on in this series. The tradition of the people who named their civilization Nubia and celebrated the black dot. And Kemet, which is the black land, held darkness not as something to escape, not a Nubia or Kemet, but as the origin of everything. The womb, the fertile ground from which all life comes before it can be seen. You are sitting in that origin right here, right now, in the melanin, the dark awake, in the quiet, the place before the world tells you what to be. Stay here for a moment, breathing naturally, embracing your awareness, embracing your melanin through just awareness. Not performing it, not evaluating anything. Just sit here for a moment and breathe. Embrace the melanin. Embrace the darkness. Embrace. Now, I want to bring in one more thing. Bring to mind someone, definitely not a problem to solve, a person that is not your problem to solve. Someone in your life that you respect, love, in your community, in your family, who you know is carrying the same weight you just breathe through. Someone who needs exactly what you just touched in this quiet. See them and hold them here for a moment in the warmth and release and the embracing that you are embedded in, sitting in here and now. Ubuntu. I am because we are. What you receive in stillness, you carry forward. What you find in the melanin, in the dark, you bring into the light, not as a performance, as a fact of how connection works. You did not come here only by yourself. Breathe and stay here for a moment. Now begin to deepen your breath slightly. Slow it down. Take fuller breaths. It's not dramatic, just a degree fuller. Let the body know we are preparing to return. As you breathe, I'm going to offer you 3 reframes, 3 declarations. You don't have to say them aloud if you're not ready to, but say them somewhere in your chest, in the quiet, underneath your thoughts. I will say each one and pause between each statement to allow the breath, the deeper, fuller breath, to take up these 3 reframes. I am not the deficit. I'll say it one more time. I am not the deficit. Continue to breathe more fully. I was not born to manage myself into acceptability. I was not born to manage myself into acceptability. Continue to breathe fully. I am the instrument of the divine that has been moving through my people for longer than this moment's cruelty can reach. I am the instrument of the divine that has been moving through my people for longer than this moment's cruelty can reach. Breathe, please. Full breaths, deeper breathing. I'm going to say the last declaration one more time. I am the instrument of the divine that has been moving through my people for longer than this moment's cruelty can reach. Continue to breathe for a moment. Let your breath begin to return to its natural pace. Wiggle your fingers. Gently let some movement return to your hands, to your head, maybe your neck, your shoulders, your body. Take one slow full breath in, and then do a long releasing exhale. Here we go. One slow breath in, and a long releasing exhale. Feel the weight of your body again, the earth beneath you, the chair, the mattress, the cushion, or the floor holding you. The earth has not let go of you. When you are ready, at your own pace, not mine, gently open your eyes. I'm still here. Okay. Okay. Now, I encourage you right now, take a moment before we move anywhere. If you have access to the Black Light Activation Guide, turn to the Practice 1 in the journaling section. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. Anything to write on will do, or simply hold the question in your body. Either is fine, my friend. I'm going to offer you one prompt. You do not have to write a lot. Sometimes an honest sentence is more than a page of what we think we're supposed to feel. And here it is. What did you feel in your body during the dark awake? Not what you think you should have felt, not what you hoped for. What actually happened, my friend, in your body, in your breath, in your chest, in your hands, in your gut. Now take the next several minutes and write it down. I'm not going anywhere. This space is yours. Oops. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere. Sometimes it's hard to get it out. Don't worry about that. And if nothing comes, that's okay too. It's okay. No demands, no pressure. Not for me. So don't pressure yourself, please. And don't forget to breathe. It's very important. Now, whatever you wrote or didn't write, excuse me for looking at my notes on my screen over there. Whatever you wrote or didn't write is right. There is no correct experience. Don't let anybody tell you there is. Some people can feel something profound the first time they sit in the dark awake intentionally. Some people feel nothing they can name and then weep without knowing why. Some people feel restless and distracted and spend 20 minutes wondering if they're doing it wrong. All of it is the practice. All of it is information. None of it is a failure. The only failure is not showing up. And you did indeed show up. So I'm going to give you one assignment for this week, 5 minutes every morning before the lights come on, before the phone, before anyone else's agenda touches you. 5 minutes in the dark with your breath and your body and the question of who are you before the world tells you. That's it. Not perfect, not profound every morning. Some mornings it will be 5 minutes of restlessness and to-do list running through your head. That's still the practice. Do it anyway. And bring what happens, whatever happens, to episode 2 on June 30th. Because what you build in the dark this week is what we take into the next layer of this work together. And Thursdays at 6 p.m. on TikTok, I'll be teaching what melanin metaphysics actually means. When the alarm goes off and the news is bad and the practice is the last thing you feel like doing, right? Because that's the real test. That's when it matters most. Tonight, you sat with yourself in the dark and didn't run from it. That is no small thing. You are not the deficit, my friend. Now go and practice in the dark, in Your Melanie, my friend. Thank you.